วัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Bim's Kitchen. Today we're gonna make French baguette sourdough version. We need 720 grams of water, a little bit is okay, and then we need 110 sourdough starter. I use Tan today because she is good. So we're gonna need and then we need 60 grams of honey,
220 grams.
We need 100 grams of all-purpose flour, and then we need to mix this one first. After mix as well, we need use unbleached one. As always, I always put salt on top.
1,000 grams of bread flour.
With my hand and then mix everything well. I use this. So use your hand to scoop it out. 72% higher hydration, so we need to work a little bit with the dough. So after you mix it well like that, what I'm doing here, I'm wetting my hand and then I working the dough. So what I'm doing here, I just flip, go under and flip over like that. Put it here. With my hand. So I don't squeeze it, you see. This is the way to do it. Just flip and push, flip and push. This is a good one. Just clean up your counter nicely. So what you're doing, you put it back into the bucket. This is gonna be the first stretch and fold. So kind of pull it up. Stretch it out as much as you can. Turn around. This is zip dough. It's getting nice and form the dough now. Not sticky like before. That's it. That's the first one. The second one, I'm gonna use slap and fold. See my dough? Perfect.
The third one I use stretch and fold instead of slap and fold. So this way we stretch out the dough a lot and then we fold it back. This one is the fourth one and the last one of stretch and fold method. We do this during the first 2 hours to develop the gluten. So by now our dough is very elastic, and this time it's ready to add the inclusion. This is a perfect time. I add the inclusion half of the batch, and half of the batch I just make normal baguette. So after that I proof for 1 hour. It's time for shaping. After proofing 1 hour, I just cut the dough into the portion. You have to make the calculation about almost 300 grams is a perfect size to make a perfect baguette. Smaller than that, you're gonna have a very thin baguette. It doesn't look nice. Or bigger than that, you're gonna have like fat baguette. So 300 grams is a perfect size, or less than that a little bit is okay. So what I'm doing here, I'm just cut the dough and make the bowl tightly, and rest the dough for about at least 15 minutes to half hour. During we waiting for the dough to rest, now we preparing the baguette cloth. This I just sprinkle some of rice flour, or you can use like normal AP flour all over the cloth. So this way you will have protection from the dough to stick onto the cloth. So I sprinkle all the rice flour all over. Make sure it's not too thick or not too thin. Now let's see the technique of my shaping. On the counter you always sprinkle some flour so the dough is not stick on the counter. So after the bowl is resting for about 15 minutes, all you need to do is fold each side into the middle. Turn around, fold each side into the middle. What you need to do is here is to create the tension, and also in the same time you spread out the dough in the long side. So I use my hand to fold a little bit and make sure it's nice and tight. Now each end you need to make like point. So what I do, I just tuck the middle in, and then I make the point at the end, and then make sure it's a nice tight dough before you roll it out. Sprinkle all the flour on top of the counter and use your palm to roll it into your body like that. In the same time when you roll it in, you spread the dough out by the side, like push them out. Roll in and push out, roll in and push the side out. So eventually the dough will be make like straight out long, equally nice and firm dough. You have a tension dough and nice beautiful long straight like that, and you get beautiful nice shaped baguette. And now we're gonna put the baguette into the cloth. After you sprinkle some flour in there, so you gently put the baguette on the cloth, and then make the fence from the baguette to stick together. So this kind of cloth you can buy it from the bakery shop. It's the baguette cloth. So this one you can make so many baguette. It's not like the tray that I used to have before. I prefer this way because it's like tradition way, I think. So there you go. During your shaping and before you put into the cloth, you need to cover the dough or the baguette dough, and then put the other in, cover them well. So this is just before I proofing. I proof another 2 hours or until they get double in size. And this is my baguette dough. Now I just preheat my cookie sheet that I'm gonna bake on it. Then I'm gonna transfer the baguette from the baguette cloth into the tray. So I have the wooden pad like that. Sprinkle some flour on top of the wooden thing and then flip the baguette over. This is my first time to use it, so I get a little bit confused which side that I'm gonna use. But anyway, I manage it. See, this is the good way. And you just gently put onto the tray that you're gonna bake. And you know, I'm still trying to find out which way I'm gonna do. But anyway, eventually I love this way. It's very, very good way to transfer the baguette into the tray. I love it so much. If you don't try yet, I recommend you to go and find this cloth and the wooden thing to flip the dough over before you score the dough and bake. Now I'm gonna score my baguette. I'm still struggling with the scoring of my baguette because I never get an ear because I don't know how to do it. I use a scoring knife, but you know, I still trying to figure out how to do it. And this is my ugly score. I preheat the oven 250 with the tray on, and I just bake the baguette, and then I create the steam by put 1 cup of water into the hot tray. So this way we create steam for the baguette. And this is our baguette. It's not beautiful score, but the crumb is look nice. I hope you enjoy the video, and I see you for the next video. Thank you.